Hi, welcome to Kingdom Fleece and Fiberworks. I'm Liz. I have a fiber mill in East Hardwick, Vermont. I was going to say the Northeast Kingdom. Be sure to like and follow us on Instagram and Facebook and here in YouTube to cover all of the latest things that we're up to. Little brief, like what's going on. My computer is not letting me do any, it's not smart anymore. The video editor did an update and now my computer doesn't have enough RAM or something. It's not working, so I will do my best. If I find a video editor that will work, I will try and put titles in there. But until then, it's going to be old school and as little edits as possible. So just bear with me. We will do my best. I'll do the best I can, but honestly, why is floating on there? I am not the techie person. I can do little things like some techie stuff, but I don't have a lot of time in a day to get all of the fancy stuff done. So I'll do my best. So I'm going to go over, I have a finished object. I have a couple of whips, and then I just want to go over a few little things at the end. And a shop update. So I'll do that too. So the first finished object I have is my socks. I'm super excited to have these, even though it was cold this morning. We got a frost. So I will be able to put these on my feet now. One of them was a sample for all the spring shows. Now I have two for my feet. So now I'll be all set. I still wear the shorties even in the fall for around the house and stuff like that. And then, so I have that. I'm trying to, not make a big noise. But yes. And the next thing I have I've only been working on a couple of things. We've been super busy in the mill, so I don't have a ton of things that I've been working on, and I am working on my shawl. This is in a bag, and I love these bags. I have a bunch of them. Thanks, Sue. So the bag is from Cottontail Farm, which I will link below, and she makes the most beautiful bags. And this is actually fabric that I had bolts of, and it was from my mom. And when my dad cleaned out the house, she had a bunch of fabric that was all wool bolts. And so yes, she gave me that, and I traded with her, and she made me a few bags for it, and then she had all the left over. So I don't know if there's any more of this, but leather handles, leather bottom, they're so nice. Lined, it's got pockets. So I am working on Beatus. I will link it below. I can't think of her name. It's Northbound Knitting. But I'll link that below. So this is actually this is my second time doing this. The first time the lighting was really weird. I got a new phone. It's a Google Pixel, and it was really dark, and I think I figured it out. So I'm hoping it's better. It looks a lot better on the screen, so I'm hoping it's better. But yes, it's my yarn. I'm using my yarn, the 3-ply Dorset. I think I have a little bit left. I don't have a lot left, and I'll show you in the shop date what I have left. So it's 2 colors. It is the darker blue, which is I think Tahiti, and then the gray. It's like a gray with a pink in it. So I can see that, and they're just wedges. It's a super easy, if you are a advanced beginner and you want to learn how to do short rows, this is a perfect pattern for that. It's nice, simple, mindless, but it gives you something to do. So it gives you some kind of entertainment. So this is and there's I think a few wedges, and then a stripey section down here, and then I'm back on the stripe section at the end. So I think I've got a few a few striped rows at the end. So I have a ways to go, but the only thing I've noticed is that it's a little more narrow than I thought. And I'm not sure if it'll change once I block it out, because I put it on some the try it on tubing stuff that I have. And it is more narrow than I thought. We're gonna go probably another few inches, so I'm not sure. It'll definitely be more, I think, like a scarf, and use it more of that instead of an actual over your shoulder. So it's a little smaller than I was expecting, but it's okay. It'll still be nice and warm. It's super nice. I wasn't really expecting the Dorset to be as nice. Not that it's all nice, but as soft, I guess, as you would say. Yeah, so it's not nearly as scratchy as I was thinking it would be, but I'm also used to it, so maybe that's what it is either. So this is what that is. So this is the one I've been working on. A sock that I started. So I lied. First is the sock. This is a yarn that I've had sitting around here forever. It's a DK weight yarn that I don't even remember the name. I think it's Rusty Truck is the base, which I can remake, but I don't have it on this base anymore. So I've started the ribbing. I have one sock done. This is the first one done. And this was, I don't even remember. I don't even know if this is the same pattern. I know I did a short row heel, and I really don't like short row heels anymore. So I'm going to switch it up. I'll suffer. And my daughter says she wanted them anyway. So, and then this will be a heel flap and gusset. So I started the 1x1 ribbing, and I just started the plain knitting. And it's just going to be a plain vanilla sock. So that's my second one. And I'll have, yeah, this is the next one. So we got that. The next thing that I'm working on is my daughter's hexagon blanket. It's in a basket. Oh, one of the Fair Trade baskets that I got. I think you can get them on Amazon. I think you can't pick like colors, but you can actually like, I don't know. They're still the Fair Trade from what I can understand, and that's where I found this one, because I couldn't, when I went to the Fiber Festival, they didn't have any of the ones I want, that I like. I didn't see the colors that I wanted. Okay, so I have a couple more. We decided we were going back and forth. I had a light gray that we were going to try, and my daughter said she definitely wants the gray brown around it. So I added a couple more hexies, and now that I have a plan and we know what we're going to be doing, I think it's going to go a little faster. I have 4 years to make this because she's not getting it until she's a senior, so I'm not in a rush. So I'm going to just so we have all these hexi. I've got a bunch of them made, and this is not a pattern. It's a pattern that I just kind of came up with. So I am not a really big crocheter, and I'm not one that can follow directions. So I found a free crochet hexagon chart, which seems to be a little bit easier for me. So I followed, and I also, this is the one thing I still knit left-handed. So I followed the chart, and the chart seemed like it was easier than trying to following written directions, because then you can kind of see what you're supposed to be doing. So I don't even want to know like what I do. But if you look online, you can have the crochet charts, but I have a whole bunch of these ones. So I have to sew these ones together, and all I'm doing to sew them together is a whip stitch. I could have done a crochet like join, but I think I like the sewing them together. It just seems more seamless, and there's less seam. So I feel like I think that's gonna be the easiest way for me, and Emma seems to be liking it. So I have this whole basket, which I don't know if I have, oh, maybe you can, is full of all the different yarns that I'm using for it. And I just ordered more of the gray brown from Knit Picks. That's the only one that is not my favorite, and the only one thing we're going to use it for is the edging, because it's called Mighty Stitch or something like that. It's something mighty. It's in the worsted weight section, but it's definitely more splitty. It's okay once you get it going, but starting it was a little tricky. So on the edges, it was totally fine. So we're going to use that for the edges, and then I'm going to use the other ones. I have a whole bunch of random acrylic, and I just bought some other, I think it was a Knit Picks Stroll. It's a super wash. So I'm going to try that too and kind of mix and match and see how things go. It's all going to be super wash. It's all going to be washable, so we should be okay. And it's a blanket. It's not like it's anything super fancy. This is going to be a college blanket for when she graduates. So we have that. So yeah. Okay, sorry. I forgot all my spinning, and I still forgot it. Hang on a sec. Okay, I forgot my spinning. That is the next thing. So I've been working on this project that I have. It's kind of a mess. Hang on a second, I got all messed up. This is a Ramboullet that I spun. It's just a 2-ply. It's about a sport weight, I think. My hand is not doing anything justice to make it all nice and fancy. I can't twist it anymore. I have a skein twister to do this, but if you can kind of see, let me see if I can. There we go. That's better. So I am going to spin this one, and then I'm going to have these two together. That's the plan. And I want to knit this into something. I don't know, right before it was going to be the Attune shawl, because I had started another one and it didn't, the one was thicker than the other and it just wasn't working. So then I decided to go with these ones. So hopefully, I think that'll be it. Hopefully the contrast is enough. We'll see. If not, it'll still be pretty. So I'm hoping. So that is one, and this one, the pink one, is like a pinky purple, is a Ramboullet silk blend, and then this is just plain Ramboullet, but I think that'll be totally fine. And it should be, both of them, about a fingering weight to sport weight. So that is the last thing that I'm working on. And then not last, one of the spinning things. The next one is I've been playing around with spindles. I really want to get better, and the only way to get better is to keep doing all the things. So the two that I found that work the best are my Allen Berry spindles. I have a few other drop spindles. My Anoxia spindle that I use, that one's still empty. Haven't put anything on there yet. So the two that I'm using right now are the Allen Berry ones. But I use, the best thing that I found is a wrist. I can never say, I'm just dropping everything too. A wrist distaff, which is, it just fell off of everything. Hang on. It's pretty much just a dowel on a string, and then you can put it around your wrist, and it makes everything so much easier. So then you're not, like, when you're drop spindling, things aren't getting caught and everything. So if I can get a chance, I'll try and get a video of it. I am not a good spindler yet, so I have a lot of way practicing, but I can show you kind of what I do and how I do it with my hand. And then the other one is this Allen Berry spindle. support spindle. That's what I'm trying to say. And this one's so pretty. It's a little one, but it spins really well. I've had really good luck with this, and I don't know what kind. I think this is a Tibetan spindle. I'm not, like I said, this is all new, but this is the one that I've been able to actually do a support spindle and come out with like a decent kind of yarn. So I'm like super excited to keep practicing, and then hopefully this is going to be my like biggest spin ever for spindles. I've never been a spindler, but so this is something that I've set aside. I've had this forever because it's so beautiful, and I'm hoping to use this 4-ounce bag of roving. It's super cranberries and golds, and I don't know if I can do a hat with it or something. That is a Corriedale thin cross with some silk in it, so it's spinning up really nice. You can get, I think, I'm getting better at this pixel. I think you can, this camera is showing up pretty good, I think. But yeah, so I'm getting, that's my 4-ounce bag. If I can spin all of it on my spindles, I'll be super impressed with myself. So that's my goal, is to start working on that. And I think that's it. This kind of was like what led down the next thing, which is don't give up. And it's hard to try new things. Like I'm just trying to figure out, I don't know a good way of like segue into this, but all the things that I've been doing, I got hurt 6 years ago, had a stroke, had to relearn how to do everything. Pretty much like 99% of everything had to be redone. I used to be left-handed, now I have to be right-handed. This hand still doesn't work very good. I don't have any much feeling in it. So I'm always trying new things, and I just want to remind people it's okay to do things differently. It's okay, you know, to fail the first time. I fail all the time. The one thing I have learned over time is it's super tiring to my brain. So when I'm trying new things, I get tired. And I think anybody can be that way, not just somebody that's had a stroke. So if you're trying new things, only do it for 10 minutes at a time. Then if you can do a little bit better, do 15 minutes. Don't try and keep pushing it. It just kind of ends. It never ends well. So if you do little sections and then go back to it later, what you learned will be that much easier to keep going. Or at least this is what I have found. So I just don't want people that have sore hands, or, you know, there's all these other, you know, there's so many people with other issues in the world that it's not just me. And so I just want people to not give up. And just because you see everybody else knitting super fast and finishing like 5 different things and all that kind of stuff, they're fast knitters. That's okay. And that's awesome. I wish I could be a fast knitter, but I'm not, and I'm totally okay with it. It took me a long time to be okay with it. But even before I got hurt, I still wasn't a super fast knitter because I was busy. I was at the farm every day and worked 12-hour days and all that kind of stuff. So my knitting time was limited, and I want to enjoy it. I don't want to like kill my hands and make it so they're hurt so bad that I'll never be able to knit again. So just take your time, enjoy it. This is a fun thing. It's not supposed to be a, you know, I don't know, like it's not end all. It's not the end all be all kind of stuff. You just want to have fun with it. It's a craft. It's going to be fun. And so yeah, if you're enjoying it, then great, but don't rush and try new things. Keep your brain going, keep all your hands going, all the things, try new things. Don't be afraid to try them, and just keep going with it. So yeah, so that's my goal, and that's my little, you know, trying to get things, you know, it's helping me remind it too, because I always see all the things that everybody's making, and you know what, I have to be okay with it. So my spindles are going to be my new fun thing that I just, while I'm waiting for dinner to cook, I can spindle, or while I'm, you know, whatever, doing something with the kids, I can just 10 minutes and at least it'll be there. And it's going to be a long-term project. It's not going to be, because I still have my wheel spinning that I'm doing too, so that's okay. It's fine. And let's see here. I'm trying to think of, last thing is the shop update. I don't have a ton in there, but I want to try and keep adding little things at a time. So if you need something or you see something you want, grab it while you can, because I don't have a lot of it. And a lot of it's going to all the local stores, you know, the yarn shops and stuff like that. So let's see here. Sorry, they're all over the floor here. So Dasha, the girl that works for me, she's a sweetheart, and I'm hoping to get her on the podcast so I can introduce you to her, do a proper introduction. But she has been wanting to learn how to dye, and we've been having issues with our water. We keep running out of water. So when we don't have a lot of water that day, I've been having her, we don't have a lot of water, and I've been having her dye just to get things kind of going. And so I had a bunch of Ramboullet comb top, and I thought that was something really easy that she would be able to learn from and learn on and playing with color. And she did such a good job. This is the first color, and I'm in love with it. I don't know if you can see it. Look at those colors. This is why I wanted to have another dyer in here, because aren't those beautiful? They're just so pretty. So yeah, so I'm super excited because everybody dyes so differently. Those are colors that I've used all the time, but nothing like that. So yeah, everybody does things differently. I'm trying to put this back in the bag and it's not working. But yeah, so I have a few of these, and I think she said she can make more because I've been making sure she writes everything down, so they might not be exact, but it will be similar. So yeah, so we have a couple of those in the shop, and I have another Ramboullet, which is a beautiful fall orange. So if you're into the oranges and the fall colors, oh, this is so pretty. It's got like pinks. It's kind of blowing out because it's so bright, but such really pretty colors. And so I have a few of these in the shop too. I have one more Ramboullet. One more. And this one is the next one. And this one's like a really pretty swampy green with some purples. This is going to dry up so pretty. She does such a good job. And so then all of this is comb top Ramboullet, but we send it through the pin drafter, so it gets out all of the like inconsistencies, like if it's kind of, you know, funky from dyeing or weird, like, so it's all been pin drafted. Now it's pin drafted. So now it's super easy. Split it down. It's all open. I usually split it in between 2 and 3 sections, depending on, I do it more than I think you need to, but it's more because of my hand that it's easier for me to draft it. So between 2 and 3 sections, and then I can spin it up pretty easy and consistently. But yeah, so I have a few of these. These are in the shop. I have that, and then I have a bamboo blend. We did a couple of, so I wanted her to play around with bamboo and see the differences between comb top. And this is a, oh, what is this? Dorset, CVM Dorset Bamboo Blend. This is actually the same, I can't hold 2 things. It's the same as this on a gray. So it's got a little more tonal colors to it. There's some purples in there, some greens, but it's on a gray, so it just looks totally different, more muted. But yes, so we have that, and that's on the bamboo base. And then the other base we have, the other one we did was this one, and this to me would be like an awesome shawl or socks, or like a contrast color with something else. It's got like kind of a greeny gray browns, and then some, yeah. They look black, but it's, to me, I guess there's a little bit of black, but it's like lots of browns and greens and blacks to it. It's just, to me, it would be like the perfect pair of socks or a shawl or something contrasting. So, we don't have a, oh wait, I have one more. I do have some yarn. I have the 3-ply Dorset. This is all that is left in the shop. I have, let's see here, I think 3 different colors left in the shop, and there's still not many. I have one of the pansy, which is like purples and some yellowy greens and stuff like that. That one's in there. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's pansy. I have cone flowers, which is more muted. The label's kind of hiding things, but I have that one in here. And then I have, I think this is the one I have the most of, is Creek Water, which if you like the lighter colors, this one's definitely for you. I have this one. This is the I was using the darker versions of these, and this is what I use this is the base that I use my shawl out of. And I think I have one. Yes, I have one left of the blue that's I'm using in my shawl. But these are just, I don't know, they're super, they could be used for anything. I wouldn't use it for socks, because there's no nylon in it, and it's a thinner fingering weight, so I wouldn't use it on socks. But mitts, like fingerless mitts and stuff like that, a hat, sock head hats, like all of that kind of stuff, they'd be great. Actually, it would be great for a musselburrow too, a musselburrow hat. So I have that, and then I'm trying to think of, oh, and there's a couple more. This is my DK weight sock. This is stuff that I overdyed. I overdyed it, and I don't have a lot of left either from the show. This used to be, okay, this is what it started out as, and I have a few more skeins of this. I have, I think probably, they're behind me, I think there's like 4 probably skeins of the gold. These seem to be working better if I hold it further away. So I have a bunch of this in this shop. I think I have like 4 skeins left of that. And then I over dyed it and made it into a green. So I have a couple of these in the shop. I think there's only 2. Oh no, there's 4 of these left in the shop. So this green is a beautiful green. Even those together. Yeah. So we have that. And then I over dyed some reds. And so I have a beautiful rusty, kind of bronzy, because it had the gold base. So I have that in the shop too. And there's a couple of those left. So not a lot, but there's a few left. So if you want to make a hat or something small, those are definitely a way of grabbing them. And these are a Corey Finn base. They are, it says it's worsted weight, but to me it knits up more like a DK weight. So it is 220 yards per 100 grams, but the way it knits up to me, it was like a DK weight. So this is that. And it's a Corey Finn, Corriedale Finn cross. So I think that's it. Hopefully I did okay. Hopefully there's not a lot of edits. I think there's only going to be a few, and I will put everything down below on the description that I've talked about, because I don't think I can put any of the titles in there because of the computer situation. And once I get a new computer and it's smarter, then hopefully I'll be able to do all these things again, and have some more time. But make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, sign up for the newsletter on the website. I don't bombard you with newsletters unless there's like a big shop update or something major is happening. That's really the only time I do it. Something's going on, there's a sale, all those kind of things. Other than that, you probably won't hear from me very much. So yeah, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to get better at this, so you're gonna have to be patient. And as I get, you know, if I keep up with this, I should get better. And again, this is another one of those things of trying hard things and learning, and this is one of them. And I'm really just trying to get my name out there and get the mill out there so you get to see all of our fun fibers and stuff like that. So definitely check us out, and I will talk to you soon. Hopefully I'll see you next week.